All video games suck because you have to pay money to get them. So, what's a cheap gamer like myself to do in this situation? Browse the internet for free stuff and hope I don't find anything strange. Okay, it's too late for that. But also hope that I find something good. A while back I downloaded several games on Steam and just decided to look at a few of them. I only had the patience to play through one of them all the way through. Sorry. The first game I'm going to talk about is Secret of the Tremendous Corporation. The game begins with Max Burton starting his job at Tremendous Corporation. Seriously, that's what it's called. Anyways, the receptionist gives him his ID and tells him to go use the elevator, but I want to talk to her a bit. She didn't want to talk. She's just jealous of how beautiful I am. Then I actually went into the elevator and to the software development room. None of the workers in that room want to talk to me either. After just wandering around and stealing borrowing a couple pieces of gum, my superior comes into the room. I can tell already. He hates me. The first thing he tells me to do is make coffee. So I went to try to make some coffee, and the coffee pot wasn't working. So I tried to tell him, but he didn't care. He just wants coffee, not caring if it's impossible. Oh, it was unplugged. It was unplugged. Why didn't you let me see that detail, game? So I go make some darn coffee. Unfortunately, while I'm doing this, some guys swoop in and kidnap the other workers and my superior, leaving some rope behind. After this, the game wasn't clear on what I was supposed to do, or how to do what I was supposed to do whenever I knew how. I went straight back to the receptionist to give her a second chance. I tried giving her a piece of gum, but she took it as an insult. I wanted her to go out with me by any means possible, so I tried to tie her up so I could kidnap her. That's not quite what I meant. You two aren't married yet, Max. Calm down. Clearly, she doesn't want anything to do with me, so I went home. The end. There isn't really anything special about the game. The graphics are hand-drawn and look like half of them were drawn by a 7-year-old. Some of it is pretty detailed, though. The music is alright for the kind of game it is as well. Overall, I thought it was okay until I got stuck. But this wasn't the only game that I got stuck in. The other game was called Serena, and from what I can piece together, it's about a guy worried about his wife, who's dead? Or alive? I don't really know, he wasn't very clear. Maybe this guy's just gone insane. Now, I wasn't able to actually record the game's footage due to the terrible resolution, just the audio, so I'm using someone else's footage. I wasn't even sure of what I was supposed to be doing. I just wandered around the two-room house clicking on things. There was a bit of backstory here and there, but I didn't care because I actually wanted to be making some progress. After a while, I just couldn't take it and gave up. However, there was one more game I played when I recorded footage. This one I actually finished. Emily is Away is a Windows XP chat simulation game. All you do in the game is chat with Emily online, and picking different conversation options will have a huge effect on the story. There are 5 chapters, each one representing 1 year from senior year of high school to senior year of college. So I begin by choosing an icon. None of them look that good to me, so I'm gonna go with this one. Not long after I get online, I decide to chat with Emily. Choosing a talk option is simple. Either you click on it or press the number on your keyboard associated with that option. After that, you have to press any key on the keyboard to type until you're finished typing. You can use a combination of different keys if you want, which will make it a bit more fun, but you can also use just one, and that's boring. Also, I recommend playing with the keyboard and choosing talk options. Switching between the mouse and keyboard is a pain. Anyways, Emily asked me some things like if I listen to Coldplay. I don't. Everyone knows Maroon 5 is far better. And given how Maroon 5 released their debut album in 2002, the year Chapter 1 takes place in, it's likely that they've already started releasing music in this universe. Also, they released an album in the late 90s before they were known as Maroon 5. But I'm getting off topic. Emily also asks where I plan to go after high school. I say that I plan to go to a business school, blah blah talking about school, then Emily wants to know if I'll be there for her even if we're going to different schools. I started typing out "you're my best" and then changed to "one of my best friends." Sounds like my social life sucks. Just like it does in school in real life. And then she responds to the message that was actually sent. Oh yeah, there's this party and I told her I would go. That's all for 2002. A year later, I start college. Now I have more options to choose for an icon. I chose the one that looks like a cat, because I like cats. After I get into the instant messaging program, Emily immediately wants to chat and wants to know exactly what I'm doing. Well, you see, Emily, I'm playing this game where I'm instant messaging you. That's what I'm doing. I just tell her I'm playing video games. She tells me about a band she likes, but as I figured, I know nothing about it. Emily also wants to know what I'm doing tonight, so I told her that I'm hanging with some friends and we're going to see a movie. I asked her if she had any plans, and she said she doesn't because Brad has band practice. I got really curious and asked for information. I want to know who this guy was so I could find him and kill him 36 times! Apparently he's Emily's boyfriend. Now I must kill him 74 times as much! Ask what he's like, and I'm told he's kind of a jerk, and Emily gives me some details. I choose to say I wouldn't treat you like that, and as I was typing, it was changed to, you shouldn't be treated like that. Nice save, game. Nice save. And that's about all that's important from this conversation. A year later, Emily wants to talk and says we haven't talked in a while. She asks if I have any plans, and I said I was hanging out with a friend named Emma. Emily wanted to know exactly what she was to me. Plan B, of course. I mean, just a friend. Emily wants to know what Emma is like, and I describe her as a sweetheart. Not exactly what I was aiming to see, but she is my plan B after all. She's just a friend, I swear. Anyways, I decided to ask Emily what she would be doing later. Emily said she was going to a party, but was no longer going to because she and Brad broke up. So, as usual, I try to get as many details as I can out of her, as any gentleman would. So I talked to her about the whole thing, and soon she said she wanted to ask me something, but was almost afraid to. She asked me why I didn't kiss her one time. I told her I didn't know she felt that way. She asks if she should come visit, and I told her that she should. I decided we would go to some parties together. The next year, Emily tells me that our relationship seems weird, and now I'm worried. I wanted us to get together, but it didn't happen. In the end, I apologized for making her feel awkward, since that's the one thing I'm good at. Apologizing. Then she asks about Mike, who I'm not able to talk to much because he became serious about school. Dang it, Mike. So yeah, this game was interesting. Do I regret my search for free games on Steam? The games were okay. With free content, it's rare to find gems. Lots of the free games I see are terrible, others are good. The Tremendous Corporation is too confusing and slow for me, and Serena is just too confusing in general. Emily is away just reminds me of how I can't get a girlfriend even in a video game. Okay, so I was successful twice in Heartache 101, but I only have evidence of one time, so I'm left with just one question on my mind after doing all of this. What am I doing with my life? That's all for this video. If you liked what you saw, you should add this video to your favorites and give it a thumbs up or whatever. If you like my content enough, how about subscribing? If you want to know about the things I'm doing or life updates, how about following me on my social media accounts? Links are in the description below. Also, here are a couple of videos that you can click on if you want. I'll stop talking now.